G'day guys, Coach Brad here, back for another week of some stretching and mobility work for you guys. Hope you're all doing well, and we're about 20 days away from reopening the gym, so I hope you guys are keen to get back in there and get some barbells into your hands and get back to enjoying your training. Nice easy one to start with. We're going to do a bit of hip flexor stretching and we'll go from there. So coming up onto one knee, I'm just going to grab a pillow to stick under my knee. If you've got a cushion or something, how cool is that? Just onto one knee, hip flexor stretch. So I'll turn sideways a bit so you guys can see. So from here, squeezing this glute and then driving that hip in. We're going to be a bit more mobile today, so making sure we're moving, keeping that glute tensed as we're driving our hips forward. And we want to do sort of 10 reps, and then on that last rep we're going to hold. Alright, so on this last rep, while we're holding at the front, going to come down into this nice hip stretch. So from here, coming down, front foot flat on the floor, and just coming in as low as you can, and we're just going to hold that. If you can, get both elbows onto the floor. Now we don't want to move in this position, we just want to hold it. And then from here, we're going to open up through our rotations. Going to throw in 5. Right, now we're going to hit the other side. Same deal. So swap legs. I like to have my foot flat when I'm doing my hip flexor stretch, just to add a bit more. So knee in front, squeezing the glute, driving that hip in. Just move a fraction here, driving that hip in, and just stay moving through this one. Dropping down into that last position. So coming in, trying to keep both elbows on the floor if you can. Make sure your foot stays flat. I'll just come into the camera a bit. And then from here, coming up, we're going to go into our 5 rotations. So you want to drive that arm through, so you're really getting that rotation and then rotating back out. All right, then from here we're just going to rotate. So I'm going to keep this hand on the ground and I turn a bit. I'm rotating this hip towards the floor, just getting a bit of a stretch through that hip on that lateral side of our body. Forgot to do this on the other side. That's all right. And then we'll go back to the other foot, other side. So just holding that for about 20 seconds. So same deal, I'm in front, knees in front, I'm here, I'm rotating, trying to get that hip down. I'm trying to open up that chest. I don't just want to be here and dropping, I want to open out and then come in. So I get a nice stretch all the way out the side. from here, I'm just going to move my fancy pillow out of the way. Down on the floor, just curl it up, looking towards the roof. Lift that chin, really get that stretch. Then dig the toes into the ground, push the hips up. Our downward facing dog. And then from here, what we're going to do is we're going to lift one leg up and rotate our leg across. Again, opening up through that whole side of the body. Focusing on our breathing. And then coming back down, and we'll hit the other side. So same again. Leg comes up, rotating over, remembering to breathe. And back down. All right. So the next one we're going to open up through our chest. So from here, we're going to get my arm. I'm going to put it at a 45-degree angle. I know this is a bit of... I'll do it this way so you guys can see. So my arm's going to be at a 45. My other hand is under my shoulder. I'm going to kick my opposite leg up and over. Stretch out through that chest. Focusing on breathing, trying to get nice and deep into that stretch. Alright, we'll hit the other side. So same deal. Arms going out on a 45. On this angle, you guys might be able to see a bit better. So my hand's coming under, I'm kicking this leg up and over, getting that stretch in through the chest. Focusing on my breathing, trying to let everything relax. Coming back. All right, gonna stay in this position. Gonna have our hands out in front so you guys can see. We're gonna put one hand on the other side and I'm gonna rock my hips back and get that deep stretch through my lats, all on this side. So from here, pulling that hip back down, really trying to open up through the side. Again, focus on that breathing. Try and stay relaxed. And coming up, we're going to go back to the other side. So we want hands underneath our shoulders. And then from here, this hand's going to go over. So pinky to pinky, and then rock those hips back, get a nice deep stretch. All right, coming back in, just going to take a seat, feet together, feet together. Pulling those feet in as close as you can. And if you can, push those elbows down. Just so you're getting a nice stretch in through your adductors. Keeping the chest up. Again, holding for about 30 seconds. And I'm going to gently come out of that. Just going to push my feet forward a little bit. And now I'm going to try and get my chest down to my feet, which, as you'll see, I don't do, but the idea is there. So I'll just turn side on. So I'm not keeping my feet in super close. I want them to come out a bit, and then I want to come forward and into that nice deep stretch. Trying to get my head down to my feet and just stretching out through everything. Again, hold for about 30 to 40 seconds. Longer if you need to. Just remember to relax into it, trying to get deeper. And then slowly coming out. I'll finish off with a bit of a rotational stretch. So I'm going to grab this leg. I'm going to pull this foot under so that it's under this butt cheek. I'm going to grab this foot. I'm going to put it on the outside of this knee. And then from here, the elbow comes over and I'm trying to open up that chest and get some really good rotation. Again, remembering to breathe. And then we'll hit the other side. So I'll do it so you guys can see. I'm not just looking at the back of my head. So again, pulling my foot in underneath this leg, coming up and over. Then from here, elbow comes across and looking for that nice rotational stretch. Finish it up there. That's it for this evening. Again, if you want to lengthen these out, if you need a bit more, just add a little more time onto each stretch. If you've got a roll on, make sure you roll out, at least once or twice a week, so you guys, keep active and stay fit, but also you're recovering properly as well. All right. See you guys in a couple of weeks in the gym. Best of luck to you all when you get back in there. You're not too sore over the first few weeks. Good night.